The simple fact is the trees, flowers, gardens, parks, homes and businesses we know today weren't here. The farms and ranches, they weren't here in Weld County. Take the water that comes out of our faucets every day. We turn on the tap and seldom think about where it comes from or how it arrived at our homes. If not for forward-thinking men and women nearly 150 years ago, the water we have to use and enjoy wouldn't be available. And northern Colorado wouldn't be what it is today. In the 1870s, the Union colony settlers began recognizing the critical role water must play to grow the farms and towns along the Poudre and the South Platte rivers. They knew they had to construct ditches, artesian wells, and eventually reservoirs to get the water to where it was most needed. First, they built what is known as the town ditch. Some of its water supply was dedicated to trees, flowers, and gardens for homes. Then they built a larger ditch, the number 2, on the bench lands away from the Poudre River to grow potatoes and corn and raise sheep and cattle. As Greeley and other northern Colorado farms, ranches, cities, and businesses grew, they built reservoirs on the eastern plains and in the mountains to store snowmelt, so it could be used during the dry seasons. Settlers also reached for water across the Continental Divide to the western slope. A system of water law was needed to allocate the scarce water resource. In the sweltering summer of 1874, conflict erupted. The new settlers upstream at the new town of Fort Collins siphoned most of the water from the Poudre River for themselves, causing Greeley's ditches to run dry. A crisis meeting took place in August at the Eaton Schoolhouse, which led the citizens of Fort Collins to agreeing to cut back on their diversions. Fortunately, the rain finally arrived, but that hard-fought lesson in diplomacy quickly turned to a broader cooperation, leading to water provisions being included in Colorado's 1876 Constitution.
The doctrine of prior appropriation, also called first in time, first in right, was written into Colorado's foundational law. Unlike most states where water rights are tied to land ownership along the banks of rivers, Colorado's Constitution provides that water of every natural stream, including surface water and tributary groundwater, belongs to the public. Farms, cities, and businesses can obtain use rights to it to meet their water needs. As early as 1879, just 3 years after statehood, Colorado's legislature passed laws making judges responsible for taking evidence and entering orders, setting forth water right priorities. From the 20th century to the present, Weld County has been in the top 5 counties of the United States in agricultural production, even as the West was becoming the most sought-after place to live.
In 1969, Colorado's legislature created a statewide system of 7 water courts organized around major watersheds within Colorado. The legislators named the Weld County Courthouse as the seat for Water Division number 1, the South Platte River Watershed. Many landmark rulings and decisions have occurred in this very courthouse. All in all, Colorado is entitled to consume only 1/3 of the water contained within its boundaries. 2/3 must be delivered out of state to provide for 18 thirsty states and the Republic of Mexico. This is because of 9 interstate compacts forged among Colorado and outlying states for sharing the waters of the Platte, the Arkansas, the Rio Grande, the Colorado, and the Republican rivers, all of which arise right here in Colorado. The next time you drive past a farmer's abundant field, spend time enjoying one of Weld County's many reservoirs, walk the Poudre River Trail, or simply turn on your faucet, celebrate those early pioneers whose vision shaped Colorado's arid high plains into a lush and bountiful place to live. And think about how very precious water truly is.